Executive presentation. I'm Paramjit Regiai, author and IT strategy expert. Today, we are discussing the core ideas behind my book, ITAM Reimagined, From Asset Control to Enterprise Intelligence in a Cloud-First World. Over this presentation, we will explore why traditional asset management is no longer enough for today's digital enterprises and how CIOs, IT leaders, and governance professionals can successfully transform ITAM into a strategic business capability. We will look closely at four key pillars: strategic ITAM, cloud and SaaS, FinOps integration, and AI and automation. Let's begin. To understand where we are going, we have to look at why ITAM must evolve. Traditional ITAM was designed for a world of physical, static assets. But today's enterprises operate with complex cloud platforms, SaaS subscriptions, remote work environments, and autonomous AI-driven services. Because of this shift, ITAM can no longer exist in a silo. It now intersects directly with key functions like FinOps for cost optimization, security for risk management, governance for compliance, and business strategy for decision support. When visibility is poor, organizations quietly lose money through unused SaaS licenses, duplicate platforms, and over-provision cloud resources. Our leadership focus today must shift away from basic compliance and move toward true enterprise intelligence, enabling confident decision making through visibility, accountability, and strategic alignment. This you can also look at the problem with the traditional ITAM approach. Legacy models are built to track physical hardware, manage license compliance, support fair debt audits, and maintain static inventory records. But those legacy models struggle terribly to govern today's modern reality. Today, cloud resources are dynamic and on demand. SaaS adoption is business led, workforces are distributed, and AI services run operations autonomously. This creates a massive governance gap. Assets have become ephemeral. Cloud workloads might exist for mere minutes. SaaS is frequently purchased without ITAM involvement, and AI agents consume resources autonomously, leading to operational chaos. Our impact analysis shows the stark reality of this gap: a 40% leakage in costs, a 60% exposure to unmanaged risks, and a staggering 75% spike in compliance issues. This brings us to the core shift, moving from basic asset tracking to true decision intelligence. Modern organizations don't actually suffer from a lack of data. They suffer from a severe lack of visibility, accountability, and decision clarity. When you operate in the unknown, untracked assets create entirely unknown risks for your business. Reimagined ITAM changes this equation by establishing real-time visibility across the entire enterprise. This builds a rock-solid foundation that allows leadership to move forward with absolute confidence in their operational and financial decisions. To successfully bridge the critical gaps in our organizations, we must look at the three pillars of Reimagined ITAM: visibility, accountability, and decision clarity. Currently, many organizations lack clear sight of what assets exist, who they are, and who uses them. Furthermore, a lack of clear ownership leads to orphaned assets and major security vulnerabilities. Without accurate asset data, leaders simply cannot make informed business decisions. Reimagine ITAM solves this by creating a continuous data pipeline that connects all enterprise functions, linking technology to finance, security, compliance, and ultimately to high-level corporate strategy. By establishing 100% asset coverage, 24/7 monitoring, and 99.9% data accuracy, we transform ITAM into a driver for confident decision making. Now let's talk about the numbers, specifically the massive financial leakage occurring in modern IT. We are experiencing a profound shift in technology economics. In the old world, we dealt with purchased infrastructure, depreciated assets, centralized control, and fixed costs. Today, we are in a world of dynamic costs, decentralized adoption, and on-demand scale. This has driven the budget impact trajectory up by a staggering 340%. Look at this breakdown of a typical $2.4 million annual baseline. It leaks from four critical areas: $450,000 in unused SaaS licenses, $320,000 spent on duplicate redundant platforms, $680,000 trapped in over-provisioned infrastructure running over capacity, and nearly $1 million lost due to unowned assets. Make no mistake, financial leakage is the number one cost driver in modern cloud environments.
As we scale, we must realize that asset intelligence is the baseline foundation for all enterprise governance. Regulators expect visibility, corporate boards demand accountability, and finance expects predictable costs. All of these expectations depend directly on asset intelligence. This requires balancing four critical domains. In FinOps, we need to push cost visibility to 85% and budget control to 72%. In cybersecurity, we must realize that security cannot protect what it cannot see, meaning we must improve our current asset coverage and risk detection metrics. This feeds directly into proactive risk management and ensures a high regulatory compliance rate and constant audit readiness.
But future is not just a technology challenge, it is fundamentally a people and culture challenge. In Many organizations' governance feels like fiction. Developers fear slow approvals will stall their productivity. Business units fear bureaucratic red tape, and leaders fear compounding operational complexity. To fix this, our solution framework relies on a four-pillar roadmap built around human AI collaboration, establishing clear accountability, driving automation to reduce manual delays, and delivering better real-time visibility and streamlining approval workflows for simpler decisions. The key principle here is that modern kitchen should actively reduce friction, not create it. When humans and automated systems collaborate successfully, corporate trust skyrockets. Asset ownership becomes fully visible, and governance transitions from reactive to completely proactive. Looking forward, let's explore how AI and automation are completely transforming enterprise governance. We are moving rapidly toward autonomous operations where systems can scale resources automatically, make operational decisions, and trigger workflows entirely independent of direct manual intervention. This raises a critical new question for leadership: who is accountable for autonomous systems? Our future framework must be predictive, anticipating business needs and cost spikes before they arise, intelligently bridging deep data for strategic insights, and policy-driven enforcing corporate guardrails continuously as well. With these AI capabilities, we can actively predict cost spikes, detect governance risk early, flag abnormal usage, and vastly improve financial forecasting. Remember, the future of ITM is not about generating more reports, it's about faster insights, better decisions, and continuous automated governance. As we close today's presentation, I want to leave you with the central thesis of ITAM Reimagined. Organizations do not fail because they lack technology. They fail because they lack visibility and accountability. The enterprises that truly thrive in our cloud-first future will be the ones that master four fundamental behaviors. They know exactly what they run. They completely understand what it costs. They govern corporate risk intelligently, and they make daily operational decisions with absolute confidence. Reimagine ITAM is not about implementing control for the sake of control. It is about establishing the exact type of modern governance that enables rapid innovation responsibly. Thank you so much for your time.